And I haven't warmed her up. What you saw is all I've done. And she's not the kind of horse that needs a whole lot of warm up. Okay, so I'm going to bend her here and yield her hindquarters. So bend her here. And I'm not touching her with the spur yet, just using my leg. She gets a little swishy-tailed. She's being a little bit nasty. So here's what you do when a horse gets belligerent like this, and that's kind of who she is, you know. Just keep doing it till it gets a little better. For the most part, I'll ignore it. If she's swishing her tail and laying her ears back, see, she's better on the right side. Isn't that funny? Last week it was the opposite. If they get nasty with me, for the most part, I'll ignore it if all they're doing is swishing their tail and laying their ears back. And she's just kind of like that. I don't really punish the actual, you know, the signs. I just punish if she does something bad, which she rarely does. That's what you see is about the worst she ever does. So she's being stiff on this left side. All right, I'm going to ask her to move her hip. Step it over. And I barely touched her. I think I probably touched the back cinch with my spur there. Good. There. I did touch her with my spur, and she got a little nasty about it. And, you know, whatever. She'll get used to it. Let's go the other way. I'll be real easy with them today, unless she gets sticky with me, okay? So, let's just trot her off here. Okay, she didn't trot off as nicely as I would like, but it wasn't terrible. So I've got these barrels set up for some of my students. Will just use these. Okay, she's being a little stiff on this left side, so I'm bumping her nose with my left hand. She's still not bending that nose into the turn. I'm going to work on this a second. Get it around there. There we go. All right. All right. Sometimes what I'll do, and I've done this with her, is I'll just bend her nose about 30 degrees there and lock my hand against my knee and just start bumping on her. And just let her walk around in a circle until she gets kind of okay with having her head bent there. She's being a little... Okay. I don't know if you can hear her. She's kind of moaning and groaning. You're okay, girl. You're okay. What are you doing to me? You're okay. All right. Okay. So for the most part, I'm kind of pleased with where she is. I'm going to bend her or stop her on the fence, do my little circle fence drill here, see what we get here. And I do this every day, but it's only about probably 10% of what I do, and she's already anticipating that I'm going to stop her on the fence. And this is one reason I've started using spurs, or I'm going to, is because I need to get this shoulder moving a little better when she comes off of that turn. So right here I can just gently touch her with the spur, barely. There we go. She's still being a little tight about it. She's not wanting to bend her head to the left. So I'm bumping her, saying, keep your body bent to the left. Come on. Back up. Okay. So that back up's getting pretty good, other than her head's way up in the air. That'll kind of take care of itself over time. Okay, so one more thing I'll show you here. I do lope this mare, but I haven't loped her a lot. I think that she has some issues with her front legs. Issues as in I think there's some little bit of pain there. And so I just lope her enough to make sure that she understands the cue and she'll go into the lope when I ask her for it. And I just had a conversation with her owner a few minutes ago. We're going to try some different feed supplements and different things and see if we can help her get better with that. But I'm just going to ask her for the lope here and see what she'll do. Okay, so I'm going to ask her for it right here. Good. Good. So that's really all I'm going to do with the lope on her today. I don't lope her very much because you might have been able to tell she seems a little stiff on those front legs, and I don't want to do anything that's going to cause her any pain. So mostly what I've been doing at this stage, just what I do with every horse in this section between 10 and 30 rides, is just a whole bunch of this stuff right here. A whole bunch of trotting circles, a whole bunch of bending, working on my go cue, my stop cue, just trying to get all this stuff better. And I've already ridden her outside 3 or 4 times. I've got a little obstacle course out here. I've ridden her over that, ridden her out in the pasture once or twice, and she did pretty well. She's not overly spooky or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy with where she is in the journey. And so, ooh, that was a really nice stop. I didn't even pull on her. This horse was rescued from a kill pen. And to me, she's already to the point where she's not likely to go back to a kill pen. You know, if we can get her to be a responsible citizen where an average person can get on her and ride her around, then she's probably going to have a good life from here on out. And I think we're just about there. And obviously she needs some more miles on her, but I think we're just about there. So I'm pretty happy with that. So thanks for coming along. We'll give you another update on Warda in a week or two.